Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that I didn't forget how to film. I'm so sorry. I've been MIA for 2 weeks. First my mother-in-law was in town, and then it was my husband's 30th birthday, and so we celebrated by throwing him a surprise party, and his best friend was in town, and so I really haven't filmed in 2 weeks. Because I don't pre-film. I film on the weekend and I edit and then I post during the week. So I feel lost. I feel like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But I wanted to jump right back in with my March favorites. March? Yes. My March favorites and fails. So let's jump right in. My first favorite kind of goes hand in hand with the fail. So I'm going to start with the fail first. And the fail was my Cerave Facial Moisturizing Lotion with SPF of 30. I am always on the lookout for a good moisturizer that is hydrating for my dry skin and contains an SPF. I've tried so many high-end ones from Dior to the Clinique with SPF to Boscia to Murad, and I just can't find any that are hydrating enough when they have SPF in them. So I tried a drugstore alternative, Cerave. I had heard plenty of people talking about this. It says that it's for normal to dry skin, and I did like it. I mean, it has a white cast, but it doesn't smell too bad, and I was using it first, mixing it in with my just high-end moisturizer, my Ole Henriksen. But when I finished that, I was going to just the CeraVe. And then I found that I was getting these little bumps. You couldn't see them, but I could feel them. And I think they were like my eczema starting up, like dry skin bumps along my jawline. And the only thing that I could think of was that I wasn't getting enough hydration because I had been using the same foundation, and I got a new beauty blender to see if that was the problem, and nothing was really new except for this moisturizer. So I decided to stop using this, and I switched it up to another favorite, which is an oldie but a goodie, and I did get the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. This was my go-to lotion for so long, but it didn't have SPF in it, and being a natural redhead and living in Texas, I'm really not down with skin cancer, so I wanted some SPF. But I do find that I can mix these two, and then I get the SPF that I want with the hydration that I want, and that works out well for me. I just can't use this on its own because it's not hydrating enough. So my fail was CeraVe, but my first favorite was my Clinique Moisturizing Lotion. If you have any really good moisturizers with SPF and you have dry skin and they worked for you, please leave them down below so I can try them. I would really love to mix the two together. My next favorite is another face product, and this is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer with an SPF of 20. This is a deluxe sample, I believe, and this is in the shade Nude, and I had received a sample of this before and I really liked it. I found that I apply this best with a brush. I get the best application. I can use my beauty blender, and I did for the first sample that I got, but I felt like my face still felt really wet when I used my damp beauty blender. So since it is a tinted moisturizer, it is really light, and I can apply it with a brush, and that works out great for me. So I've been wearing this when I wanted more of a lighter application, and this is what I'm wearing on my face today. Next up is another face product. This is my highlight. I did join the bandwagon and I got the Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlighter, and I absolutely love this. It is definitely a very gold highlighter. It's not peach, it's not neutral, it's very gold. Now I have yellow undertones, so I feel like that looks nice on my skin, but if you are someone who you don't really like the gold highlights, you're looking for more of a neutral, they did come out with some other ones recently, a peach one and a pink one. I don't remember the names, but those would be a better choice for you. But if you do like a very gold highlight, then this is the way to go. This is one of those boom, in your face, intense highlights. Love it. Next up is a blush. Now this is a blush that when I first got it, I absolutely loved it, but because I have so many blushes, I forgot about it for a while, and it is my Benefit Rockateur blush. I love their boxed blushes. I think that they last a really long time. I think they have great pigmentation, and they're easy to travel with because they're in a box form. I don't have to worry about anything breaking. And this is a beautiful rose gold color, and it does have a bit of a sheen. Now, it's not like a bam highlight, but it does have a sheen where if you were kind of on the go and you wanted more of a healthy glow without applying a highlight, this would be a great blush for you. I love this blush. I have one more face product for you, and this is the Smashbox, the Photo Finish Primer Oil. I got this in a sample in my Ipsy bag, and I just got another in my sample with my Play by Sephora. And this primer oil is like saving my life. My skin is so dry, and when I was having the issue with the Cerave and the bumps, I didn't feel like I was getting enough hydration in my skin, and so I was using this Photo Finish Primer Oil as like an extra layer of hydration. Now, if you have combination or oily skin, I'm not sure how you would like this because it is an oil, and I do feel like it gives me extra hydration, which is what I love about it. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's like making my makeup last longer. I mean, like, it's an oil, but I do love it, and I feel like it gives me great hydration, and I have been using it to prime my face, so this has been a favorite for me. I have a pair of lashes. I don't know if I've featured lashes before. I'm new to the lash game, and so I wanted to try more of a bold lash. Right now I'm just wearing Ardell Demi Wispies, and I usually just stick with Ardell, but I did go out and order some Cocoa lashes in Goddess. I heard Amanda Ensing talking about these lashes, and so I really wanted to try them. And at first, y'all, I was scared. I put them on my face and I was like, oh my goodness, because these are like va va voom lashes, glamorous, love them. But the first time I put them on, I was like, I can't wear these. Like, I've never seen myself with like thick lashes. I was like, oh my goodness, and I took them off right away. Then I created a makeup look and I put them on again, and it was more of a dramatic makeup look, and I was like, I can really rock these. So these have been my go-to lashes for the month of March. I was wearing them with basically every makeup look. I was wearing them when I went out during the day, at night, and I just felt like they were really flattering, and I did get a lot of compliments on them. So again, these are Cocoa lashes in Goddess. I think I mentioned this next product before, but I'm going to mention it again. It is my Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. Now, for the longest time, I bought this and I didn't really use it a lot just because I felt like I was trying to make my own looks with it, and I felt like, you know, neutral looks, like they can get boring after a while. But I have been using this pretty much every day. I like to use, I think it's Foxy and Walk of Shame, the two neutral shades, as like a brow bone highlight or to set my soft ochre paint pot. And I've been using that shade Venus, the highlight shade, as like inner corner and highlight on the brow bone, and it's just really beautiful. And then this has a black, so some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes that don't have black in it, I can use this palette for the black to create like a deeper V or lower lash line. So this has been a go-to pretty much so far for the 2016 year. My next eyeshadow palette is one by Morphe Brushes, and it was limited edition, the Jaclyn Hill Favorites palette. But the reason why I did still want to mention it is because you can still get all of these eyeshadows from Morphe. You can't get it in this palette form, but you can still get these shadows. Now, when I first got this palette, I literally used it every single day for like 2 months straight. I swear, I was using it every day because it has perfect neutral shades. There are pops of color. I was afraid of the oranges because I didn't want my hair to look any more orange than it already looks, but I really love this orange shade to like put over my crease shade, and so I just felt like this was the perfect palette, and I used it for like 3 months straight, no other eyeshadow palette. Then I put it down in an effort to love some of my other palettes, and I just didn't pick it back up again for like the rest of the year last year. So I decided in the month of March to pick this eyeshadow palette up again and to use it for some new looks, and I've just really been loving it. This is the palette that I used on my eyes right here for a pop of color. I have the green shade underneath, a purple shade in my inner corner, and just neutral on the lid. And if you do like this eyeshadow look, I do have a tutorial coming on it, but that was using this palette. And in that tutorial, I did specify the numbers of the shades that I used in my eye look. But I have been loving this palette again. My last two things are both lip products. And one is the NARS, what are these called? Audacious Lipstick in Anna. This is the more purple shade. And I think these are so cute. Like, the packaging is just to die for. The little NARS on the top, I just love it. This is a great, like, mauve-y purple shade. And let me tell you, when I say it is long lasting, this bad boy is long lasting. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I put this on in the morning, like I eat, I drink my coffee, and there are still, now it doesn't look perfect, but there are still like a stain on my lips. And so I just love this shade, and it's been my everyday go-to shade so far for the month of March. And my last lip color was one that I got at the end of the month. It was my very first Kat Von D liquid lipstick, and this is in Lolita, not Lolita 2, the original Lolita. And my friend Smags picked this up for me. She felt like if I was going to be a good beauty blogger, I needed it, and she was so right. And this color is right up my alley anyway. It is very much a more neutral mauve tone. You can see I have more of a purple mauve with Anna, but Lolita is more of like a terracotta neutral color, and it's deep. It looks very dark on me, and I absolutely love it. It looks like maybe a chestnut almond color on me, and it's just beautiful. So I've been wearing it more on the weekends, not necessarily to work because it is really bold, but it's super creamy and it looks beautiful on the lips. That's it for all of my favorites. I do have another Forget It. The Cerave was my first Forget It. My second Forget It was something I got in my Ipsy bag, and it is the Mr. Right Now eyeliner pencil from The Balm. I tried using this in my waterline, and it just didn't show up. When I swatch it on my hand, I get great pigmentation. I think the color is awesome, but like, this isn't a color that I'm going to line my upper lash line with. I was hoping to more use it in my waterline to create like a bronzy golden look, but it just doesn't stay in my waterline. It doesn't stick to anything. It feels like I'm not even rubbing anything off. And so I don't love it. It's not something that I'm going to use because, like I said, I'm not going to line the top of my lash line with it. And I wouldn't purchase this. I mean, I didn't purchase this since it came in my Ipsy bag, but this isn't something that I would pick up and purchase again. So that was my other fail. Those were all of my favorites and Forget-Its for the month of March. Leave me a comment down below and let me know some of the things you've been loving or some of the things that you think I should be trying in April. And I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!